So we come to the first of the European middleweight title fight histories. Middleweight, 160 pounds, 11 stone 6, and we start when it was the International Boxing Union, which did world titles also, but changes to the EBU later on. So, and we finish in 1988. So we're starting here in 1912. 1912, year of the Sweden Olympics, modern Olympics. We got February 29th to 1912. Georges Carpentier from France wins by KO against Jim Sullivan from the UK in Monte Carlo. Georges Carpentier would fight Jack Dempsey later on. His career for the heavyweight title. I think he started very light in his career, but so then we got, obviously because of the First World War, 1914 to about 1918, 1919 shall I say? No, it wasn't 18. But again, First World War. So it got 8 years without a title fight. And in 1920, year of the Belgium Olympics in Antwerp, December the 7th, 1920, Eric Belzac from France wins by KO in the 9th round against Tom Gummer from the UK in Paris, France. Then you got January 13th, 1921. Ercole Belzac from France wins by disqualification in the 10th round against Jim Toink from Belgium in Paris, France. Then you got February 21st, 1921. Gus Platts from the UK wins by retirement in the 7th round against Ercole Belzac from France in Sheffield, England. Then May the 31st, 1921, Johnny Basham from UK wins on points over 20 rounds against Gus Platts from the UK in London, England. Then October the 14th, 1921, Ted Kid Lewis from the UK wins by KO in the 12th round against Johnny Basham from the UK in London, England. Then you got February the 15th, 1923, Roland Todd from the UK wins on points over 20 rounds against the great Ted Kid Lewis from the UK. That was in London, England. Ted Kid Lewis would fight Jimmy Britton 22 times. Again, one of the most amount of fights that fighters fought each other. Not the highest though. It's about 3rd or 4th on the list. Then November the 30th, 1924, the year of Paris or France Olympics. They had quite a few, but this is one of them. And November the 30th, 1924, Bruno Frattini from Italy wins on points over 20 rounds against Roland Todd from the UK in Milan, Italy. And December the 16th, 1924, Bruno Frattini from Italy draws over 20 rounds against Francis Charles from France in Paris, France. Then June the 8th, 1925, Tommy Milligan from the UK wins on points over 20 rounds against Bruno Frattini from Italy in London, England. In 1926, the year, or one of the years, Jack Dempsey would lose to Gene Tunney for the world title over 10 rounds. January the 31st, 1926. Rien Devos from Belgium wins on points over 15 rounds against Bruno Frattini from Italy in Milan, Italy. Same year, March March the 19th, 1926, Rien Devos from Belgium wins on points over 15 rounds against Bruno Frattini from Italy, in Milan, Italy. March the 19th, 1926, Rien Devos from Belgium wins on points over 15 rounds against Hein Dem Gorgon from Germany, in Berlin, Germany. Then 1927, 1927, March the 31st, 1927, Rien Devos from Belgium wins on points over 20 rounds against Jack Etienne from Belgium, in Brussels, Belgium. 1928, year of the Amsterdam Olympics. The only one. 8 so far, up to now, 2020. But again, April the 1st, 1928. Mario Bassisio from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Barthélemy Molina from France, in Milan, Italy. Then June 24th, 1928, Leon Lacavacchi from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Mario Bassisio from Italy, also in Rome, Italy. Then December the 16th, 1928, Leon Giacovacchi from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Hein Dem Gorgon from Germany, in Milan, Italy. Then 1929, year of the stock market crash in the USA. March 27th, 1929, Marcel Phil from France wins on points over 15 rounds against Leon Giacovacchi from Italy, in Paris, France. November the 1st, 1929, Marcel Phil from France wins by KO in the 7th round against Motzi Spacau from Romania, in Bucharest, Romania. Then you got 1930, the year Uruguay won the World Cup, in Uruguay. The first one, actually. That was the Football World Cup, that is. Yes, on March the 17th, 1930, Marcel Phil from France wins on points over 15 rounds against Alfredo Pegazzano from Italy, in Paris, France. Then the same year, November the 23rd, 1930, Marcel Phil from France wins on points. Oh, it's the same one, sorry. Same year, November the 23rd, 1930, Mario Biosisio from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Marcel Phil from France, in Milan, Italy. 1931. March the 1st, 1931. March the 1st, 1931, yes. So Mario Biosissi from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Enzo Fiermonto from Italy, in Milan, Italy. Then June the 19th, 1931, Poldi Steenbach from Austria wins on points over 15 rounds against Mario Biosisio from Italy, in Vienna, Austria. Then August the 30th, 1931, Hein Dem Gorgon from Germany wins on points over 15 rounds against Poldi Steenbach from Austria. That was in Berlin, Germany. Then 1932, year of the USA Olympics, or one of the USA Olympics. May the 9th, 1932, Ignacio Ara from Spain wins in the 11th round by KO against Karl Neuberer from Austria in Vienna, Austria. Then June the 24th, 1933. Primo Carnera defended his title. He was the world heavyweight champion, I'm sure, at this time, from what I remember. He fought the woodchopper, the Basque woodchopper, and Paulino Uzkazun in this year. But again, I digress. So, June the 24th, 1933, Gustave Roth from the UK. I'm not sure if he's from the UK, actually. I swear he's from somewhere else. I might see later. Yeah, he wins on points over 15 rounds against George Axiotti from Romania, in Bucharest, Romania. But I don't think Gustave Roth was from the UK. It might be a misprint, or he might have changed countries. Oh yeah, up here it's got Gustave Roth, so it must be a misprint, I'd imagine, unless he changed countries, but I don't think so. 1934, the year Italy will win the World Football Cup in Italy. May the 3rd, 1934, Marcel Field from France wins over 15 rounds against Gustave Roth from Belgium. That was in Paris, France, and I'm sure he never changed. I swear he was always from Belgium, and that might be the misprint earlier. So, October the 16th, 1934, Marcel Field from France draws over 15 rounds against Carmelo Candel from France, in Paris, France. Then, May the 4th, 1935, Marcel Field from France wins by retirement in the 14th round against Kijaks from Czechoslovakia in Paris, France. Then June the 1st, 1935, Marcel Field from France wins on points over 15 rounds against Ignaclu Ara. Sorry, Ignacio, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. I know that didn't sound right. Ignacio, I'm sure that's what that was. Or it might be Ignaclu Ara from Spain. That was in Valencia, Spain, 1938. 1938. Italy won their second consecutive World Football Cup in France this time, though. We have April the 7th, 1938. Edouard Tennant from France wins by retirement in the 12th round against Joseph Besselem from Germany. Then July the 17th, 1938, Bep van Calveren from the Netherlands wins on points over 15 rounds against Edouard Tenet, should I say, from France. That was in Rotterdam. Then November the 14th, 1938, Anton Christopher Doris wins on points over, he's from Greece, Anton Christopher Doris. Good fighter for Ezra Charles. Yeah, really good fighter. One of the best to come out of Greece, actually. So November the 14th, 1938, Anton Christopher Doris from Greece wins on points over 15 rounds against Bep van Claveren from the Netherlands, and it was in Rotterdam, which is the Netherlands at that time, as we know, Holland today. And January the 14th, 1939, Eduard Tenet from France wins on points over 15 rounds against Anton Christofodoris from Greece in Paris, France. Then May the 23rd, 1942, while the Second World War was going on, Joseph Besselman from Germany wins on points over 15 rounds against Mario Cassedi from Italy in Stuttgart, Germany. So, January 20th, 1943, Joseph Joseph Besselman from Germany wins on points over 15 rounds against Luc van Dam from the Netherlands in Hamburg, Germany. Now it changes to European Boxing Union. Now I know the IBU had world titles, but I've done them on another tape, the history of all that. So, not as quite as highly regarded as the NSAC or the New York State Athletic Commission version, or the old NBA at this time, which turned into WBA. But again, I digress. So I'm coming back. European Boxing Union title now. So February 2nd, 1947, Marcel Sedan wins by KO in the first round against Leon Fouguet from Belgium in Paris, France. Then we've got 1948, year of one of the Olympics, which were in London, England. Then we had 2012 and others. Like this same year, 1948 here. So, January the 26th, 1948. No, I've done, let's go back 47 just to make sure. So, February 2nd, 1947, Marcel Sedan from France wins by KO. Cracking fighter. Marcel Sedan fought Jake LaMotta and had to retire and died in the plane crash, unfortunately. Yeah, he had another fighter, Eugene Criqui from France. He was in a plane crash but survived. And Willie Pett was another one who survived the plane crash. Obviously, Rocky Marciano not as fortunate, but anyway, I'm digressing. Back to this. So, February 2nd, 1947, Marcel Sedan from France wins by KO in the first round against Leon Fouguet from Belgium in Paris, France. Then, January 29th, 1948, year of London Olympics, Marcel Sedan wins by KO against Giovanni Manca from, I think that's Monca, but again, it might be Manca, the way you pronounce it, from Italy, Paris, France. Then you've got 1948, that Olympic year still, for London, England. May the 23rd, 1948, Cyril Dalanoit from Belgium wins on points over 15 rounds against Marcel Sedan from France in Brussels, Belgium. Then July the 10th, 1948, Marcel Sedan wins on points over 15 rounds against Cyril Dalanoit from Belgium in Brussels, Belgium. November the 6th, 1948, Cyril Dalanoit from Belgium wins on points over 15 rounds against Luc van Dam from the Netherlands in Brussels, Belgium. And then May the 7th, 1949, Tiberio Mitri from Italy wins on points. Good fighter. Over 15 rounds, Mitri beats Cyril Dalanoit from Belgium. That was in Brussels, Belgium. December the 12th, 1949, Tiberio Mitri from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Jean Stock from France. That was in Paris, France. I swear he did. Jean Stock fought Sugar Ray Robinson on his tour, I'm sure. I think he got knocked out from what I remember. But anyway, back to here. February 27th, 1951. It's the same year Ryan of Tarpon fought Robinson twice. So, I'll go through that in a minute. So, back to this as I digress. February 27th, 1951, Randolph Turpin from the UK wins by KO in the first round against Luc Van Dam. So, Netherlands and London, England. Yeah, Randolph Turpin from Leamington Spa. He fought, it was July the 10th, 1951. I'm sure he fought Robinson. One of the two he had, but he was the 60-day champion, unfortunately, because he took a fight straight back in the States with Robinson. He actually cut Robinson in that second fight also, and the referee said, look, I'll give you one more round, I'm going to stop it, and Robinson come out and stopped him with an amazing salvo, saved the day. So he only had the title for 60 days. Yeah, and obviously ended up potless like a lot of them. All sorts of trouble, business trouble in Llandudno with his cafe there, etc. Yeah, I won't go for the ending, etc. So, I'm digressing here. So, June the 9th, 1953, Randolph Turpin from Leamington Spa, England, wins on points over 15 rounds against Charlie James from France. That was in London, England. In 1954, year of the World Cup, where West Germany won it in Germany. So, yeah, Germany. They were West Germany at that time. West Germany won it in Germany. Yeah, and that would have been the first time West Germany won that cup. That's right, because it was Italy, Uruguay before, and then you had the war interrupting, and Brazil. Yeah, so that was the first time Germany won the World Football Cup. But again, May the 2nd, 1954, here for the boxing. Tiberio Mitri from Italy wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Randolph Turpin from the UK, Rome, England. And not taking it away from Mitri, but again, he really did lose his form. And he even said he doesn't think he wanted to be in there. He's in there for money purposes. Went into wrestling later, show wrestling, Turpin. And he said he got more injuries than that when he was retired, just to make a bit of dollar, pay back his taxes. So, end up working on in a scrap dealer, and it was his manager's scrap dealing place, or something along them lines. But anyway, let's get off Turpin. So, November 13th, 1954, Charles James from France wins in the third round. Referee stops the fight against Tiberio Mitri from Italy in Milan, and that was in Milan, Italy. And we got 1956, year of the Melbourne Olympics. The first Melbourne Olympics. The other one was in 1976. But again, October the 13th, 1956, Charles James from France wins, and in 12th round, referee stops the fight against Franco Festucci from Italy. That was in Milan, Italy. Then February the 4th, 1957, Charles James from France wins in 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Pat McAteer from the UK in Paris, France. Then May the 29th, 1957, Charles James from France wins on points over 15 rounds against Italo Scorticini from Italy in Milan, Italy. In October the 4th, 1958, the year Brazil won the World Football Cup in Sweden. October the 4th here, 1958, Gustav Schultz from West Germany. This is West Germany after the Second World War. Wins by retirement in the 12th round against Charles James from France. It was in Berlin, Germany. July the 4th, Independence Day for USA. But again, July the 4th, 1959, Gustav Schultz from West Germany wins on points over 15 rounds against Hans Werner Wohlers from West Germany also. That was in Berlin, West Germany. Yeah. So, November the 14th, 1959, Gustav Schultz from West Germany wins by retirement in the first round against Peter Müller, who is also from West Germany. That was in Berlin, Germany. You got December the 5th, 1959. Gustav Schultz from West Germany wins in the 14th round. Referee stops the fight against André Drill from France. in Berlin, Germany. Then October the 17th, 1961, John McCormack from the UK wins on points against Harco Kokmeijer from the Netherlands in London, England. In 1962, year of the Chile World Cup where Brazil won. Yeah, that would have been their second Football World Cup. They won in '58. Yeah, so that would have been their second. So anyway, back to this. So January the 6th, 1962, John McCormack from the UK wins on points over 15 rounds against Henny Freitag from West Germany and Frankfurt, Germany. Then February the 8th, 1962, Chris Christensen from Denmark wins by disqualification in the fourth round against John McCormack from the UK in Copenhagen, Denmark. Then May the 16th, 1962, the great Laszlo Papp, again winning multiple Olympic titles, but I think he had to defect from Hungary because of the rules on pro boxing. So he started late in his career, won a world title. But you always think, how good he could have been if he started earlier with his pro career. But I think it was 3 times. I swear it was 3 times. He's up with Tifilio Stevenson, Philippe Savon, all them who'd won 3 Olympic titles. I think it was 3. I'm sure. But anyway, May the 16th, 1962, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins in the 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Chris Christensen from Denmark in Vienna, Austria. And then November the 19th, 1962, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins by KO in the 9th round, should I say, against Hippolyte Annex from France, in Paris, France. Papp was probably one of the greatest fighters to come out of Hungary. You had Joe Bugner had Hungarian descent, and then obviously he went, he fought out of Australia and England, but through his long career. Anyway, so back to 1963. February the 6th, 1963. Yeah, and that was the year Kennedy got shot, the first Kennedy. But anyway, February the 6th, 1963, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins in the 15th round. Referee stops the fight against George Eldridge from the UK. It was in Vienna, Austria. Then so March the 30th, 1963, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins. Referee stops the fight in the 4th round. Referee stopping the fight against Peter Muller from West Germany. That's in Dortmund, Germany. Then December the 6th, 1963, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Luis Faledo from Spain in Madrid, Spain. Madrid? Yeah, Spain in there. I think I've been saying it earlier. I said Italy, but hey ho. Why have I said that? Don't know. Disclaimer. So, July the 2nd, 1964, year of the Tokyo Olympics, where Joe Frazier wins the gold medal for the USA, stepping in as a substitute. So July the 2nd, 1964, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins by KO in the 4th round against Chris Christensen from Denmark, in Copenhagen, Denmark. Then yes, so we got October the 9th, 1964 also, Laszlo Papp from Hungary wins on points over 15 rounds against Mick Leahy from the UK in Vienna. Then we got 1965, year of the second Sonny Liston and Ali fight. Controversial, but again, Jersey Joe Walcott refereeing, Made a bit of a mistake there. And it also, actually, I'm going to mention Nino Benvenuti was at the same Olympics as the Dean Cassius Clay. But October the 15th, 1965, Nino Benvenuti from Italy wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Luis Felido from Spain in Rome, Italy. Then 1966, year Ali fought Brian London just after, I think it was about a week after England won the World Cup in the football. But here, May the 14th, 1966. Nino Benvenuti from Italy wins, no referee stopping the fight in the 14th round against Jupp Els from West Germany in Berlin, Germany. Now, October the 21st, 1966, Nino Benvenuti wins by retirement in the 10th round, again against Pascal Di Danetto from France in Rome, Italy. So, yeah, Nino Benvenuti had one of the longest runs at amateur and pro. He won about 120 amateur fights. So, sometimes it's hard to trace the amateur records. 120 fight unbeaten streak in the amateurs. And he had a few in the pros. He had them together. It's right up there. I think it might have been 40-something fights unbeaten as a pro. So you put them together, there's quite a lot there. But anyway, November 17th, 1967, Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Luis Felido from Spain. That was in Turin, Italy. Then March 26th, 1968, year of the Mexico Olympics, where George Foreman wins a gold. Heavyweight division. Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins by disqualification against Wally Swift from the UK in Birmingham, England. Again, the Swift brothers, good fighters. June the 12th, 1968, Juan Carlos Duran wins, referee stops the fight in the 15th round against Jupp Els from West Germany in Cologne. February the 20th, 1969, Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins by disqualification against Johnny Pritchett from the UK in Milan. Then Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins in 25th of June 1969. Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins in the 14th round against Hans Dieter Schwarz from West Germany in Montecantini. Now September 11th 1969, Tom Boggs from Denmark wins on points over 15 rounds against Juan Carlos Duran from Italy in Copenhagen, Denmark. December the 7th, 1969, Tom Boggs from Denmark wins by retirement in the 5th round against Luigi Patruno from Italy. That was in Aarhus. Then we've got 1970, the year Brazil win the World Cup in Mexico. There was a Mexico World Cup in 1986, which Argentina won. But anyway, so Brazil would beat England on the way. Gordon Banks making the save of the century. And then they got into the finals and won. But anyway, so April the 2nd, 1970, Tom Boggs wins by retirement in the 11th round against Les McAteer from the UK in Arras. So we're going to go up here and start. August the 27th, 1970, Tom Boggs from Denmark wins on points over 15 rounds against Chris Finnegan from the UK in Copenhagen, Denmark. Probably going to leave it there, do the other one on another video. Yeah, so December the 4th, 1970, Juan Carlos Duran from Italy wins on points over 15 rounds against Tom Boggs from Denmark. That was in Rome, Italy. And then, yeah, gonna leave it on 1971. Before that, that's the year Ali fights Fraser for the first time on March the 8th, 1971. The first of 3 fights. I'm going to leave it there. There's a second video coming of the middleweight European boxing title history. Bang.